In the year 897 AD, the Catholic Church held one of the most grotesque trials in history. A pope dragged his dead predecessor into court, dressed him in robes, and put him on trial. This nightmare became known as the Cadaver Synod. Pope Formosus ruled for 5 years. He was clever, ambitious, had a lot of enemies, and he died in 896 AD. And most would think that his feuds were over, but no. Pope Stephen VI still wanted his revenge so badly that he dug up the grave of Pope Formosus. Pope Stephen ordered for Moses' body to be exhumed months after his death. So his body was decayed, but that didn't stop Stephen. He had him dressed in full regalia. He had his crown, robes, even the staff. And then they had him propped up on the throne. And witnesses said the sight was horrifying. A lifeless body propped up like a puppet. An absolutely terrified deacon was selected to speak for Formosus while Stephen hurled insults and accusations at the corpse. He said that he was unworthy, that he had seized his power illegally, that he was against the church. All the while the corpse sitting there silent, sitting up. Sometimes his head would be lolling to the side. Some witnesses even said that at one point the body toppled down and they had to put him back into the throne. Finally, the courts declared the corpse guilty. Of course they were going to do that, right? They cut off 2 of his fingers from his right hand, and those were the fingers that he would use to bless people. They stripped him out of his robes. They dragged his decaying body down the street and eventually threw him into the river Tiber. But for Pope Stephen, this backfired. Shocker. The Roman people were outraged. Riots erupted, and within months, Pope Stephen had been imprisoned, and while he was in prison, someone strangled him to death. As for Formosus, they did rescue his body from the river, and some even said that his body performed miracles when this happened. I don't know what the miracles are, but they were miracles. And to many, they felt divine punishment was served to Stephen for desecrating the body. So the Cadaver Synod remains one of the most horrifying, darkest chapters in the church's history. Maybe. It's a reminder that even in holy places, politics and vengeance can twist into horror. Imagine walking into court and seeing the defendant is already dead. So, what do you guys think? Did Stephen get what he deserved? Let me know what you think.